needed refuge, and I am here because I promised never to leave you. Before you opened this live, I saw you. Before your heart felt heavy, I knew it. Before the pressure built, I was already present. I see how tired you are. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world gives. John 14:27, not only in your body, but deep in your spirit. A weariness that rest alone has not touched. A tiredness that comes from enduring quietly. You have been fighting battles no one applauds. Battles that happen in your thoughts. Battles that visit you in the night. Battles that wait for you when the room goes quiet and the distractions are gone. I know the exhaustion that does not leave with sleep. I know the weariness that comes from standing when you wanted to sit. I know the heaviness that comes from believing when answers did not come. I know the moments you asked me why. I know the moments you held back tears. I know the moments you smiled so no one would worry. Nothing about you has been hidden from me. I told you to come to me when you were weary and burdened, and I promised I would give you rest. Not rest that only quiets the body, but rest that reaches. The soul, so come closer now. What you are feeling is not failure. It is resistance. Resistance comes when something precious is being guarded. Resistance rises when peace is near. Resistance grows loud when breakthrough is close. You are not under attack because you are weak. You were under attack because you were still standing. The enemy does not waste energy on what is already defeated. The pressure you feel is not proof of loss. It is evidence of endurance. I see the pressure pressing against your mind. I see the fear trying to convince you that something is wrong with you. I see the thoughts that arrive suddenly, uninvited and heavy. But I have not given you a spirit of fear. I have given you power, love, and a sound mind. So breathe in and out. Again, let your shoulders fall. Let your jaw relax. Let your hands unclench. I am here. I speak peace over your mind now. The peace I give is not like the world gives. It does not depend on circumstances. It does not disappear when problems remain. I calm the storm inside you just as I calm the sea. I said, peace be still, and the wind obeyed. The waves obeyed. Your mind will obey my voice as well. I silence the lies that told you this would never end. I silence the voice that says you are falling behind. I silence the whisper that says you are alone. Those voices are not mine. I am the good shepherd, and my sheep hear my voice. I cover your thoughts with truth. I guard your heart with my presence. I place a hedge around your spirit that nothing unclean may cross. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No word spoken against you will stand. No plan sent to drain you will succeed. You are hidden in me. Even now, I am breaking cycles that have been exhausting you. Cycles of overthinking. Cycles of replaying conversations. Cycles of carrying responsibility that was never yours. If this prayer is reaching you right now, don't leave. Stay with me. And if you can, press like so this prayer reaches someone else who needs it. You are not meant to carry everything. You were never meant to hold the world together. You were never meant to be strong alone. I release you from the need to control what you cannot fix. I lift the burden of expectations placed on you by others and the expectations you've placed on yourself. I told you to cast your cares on me because I care for you. So let them fall now. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Let every worry drop from your hands. Let every fear loosen its grip. Rest. You do not need to explain yourself here. You do not need to defend your faith. You do not need to prove your strength. I already know your heart. I know the tears you swallowed. I know the prayers you whispered when words felt heavy. I know the moments you felt forgotten. I have been near to the broken-hearted, just as I promised. I have saved those crushed in spirit. I have not turned away from you. I covet your sleep. Tonight, I stand guard over the hours when anxiety usually speaks loudest. I command rest where fear once lingered. You will lie down and sleep in peace, for I alone make you dwell in safety. No nightmare has permission to touch you. No fear may. Enter your rest, cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7. No heaviness will follow you into the quiet. I give you rest that restores the soul. I rebuke every spiritual attack meant to confuse you. I dismantle every assignment meant to drain you. I expose every lie that tried to disguise itself as truth. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But I came that you may have life and have it abundantly. You are not in danger. You are protected. I surround your home with my presence. I surround your family with my peace. I surround your future with my promise. I go before you. I stand behind you. I place my hand upon you. Nothing can snatch you from my hand. If your heart feels weak right now, stay. If your mind feels overwhelmed right now, stay. If you feel like you have been holding yourself together for too long, stay. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. I know the attack came quietly, through exhaustion, through responsibility, through moments where you told yourself you would deal with it later, but you do not have to deal with it alone. I take the weight now. I lift the heaviness now. I restore what stress and fear have drained. I place my hand over your heart. I steady its rhythm. I calm your nervous system. I slow your thoughts. Peace, be still. Nothing is chasing you here. Nothing is demanding from you here. Nothing is waiting to harm you here. I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You will not break. You will not collapse. You will not be overtaken. Those who wait on me will renew their strength. They will rise on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Even now, strength is returning. Even now, peace is settling. Even now, something is lifting. Remain here if you are carrying names in your heart. I know them. If you are worried about tomorrow, I am already there. If you are battling thoughts you do not understand, I am not afraid of them. I know your fears before you name them. I know your needs before you ask. I know your future, and it is held in my hands. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. I began a good work in you, and I will carry it to completion. So stay with me. Stay until the noise fades. Stay until your breathing slows. Stay until your spirit remembers. You are not alone, I am here. Stay with me, you do not need to hurry out of this moment. Nothing is waiting to accuse you here. Nothing is counting your weaknesses. Nothing is measuring how strong you appear. I already know the truth about you. and I love you still. I know how long you have been holding on. I know how many times you've told yourself, just one more day. I know how often you've pushed past exhaustion, because stopping felt dangerous, but you are allowed to rest now. I see the places where your faith felt thin. I see the prayers that sounded more like sighs than words. I see the moments you wondered if I was still listening. I was. Even when you felt nothing, I was there. Even when you heard nothing, I was near. Even when silence felt heavy, it was not empty. I work in the quiet. I move in the stillness. I strengthen you in ways you cannot measure yet. Remember what I said. Those who wait on me are never abandoned. Those who trust me are never alone. Waiting does not mean I forgot you. Waiting means I am preparing what you cannot see. I know thee. Night has been long. I know the days have blended together. I know the weight has not lifted as quickly as you hoped. But hear me gently now. You are not being punished. You are not being ignored. You are not being tested beyond what you can bear. I will always provide a way through. I see the way fear tried to settle into your body, the tightness in your chest, the restlessness in your legs, the heaviness behind your eyes. I touch those places now. I loosen the grip of anxiety. I soften the tension in your muscles. I release the pressure you have been carrying internally. You do not need to brace yourself here. You do not need to stay alert. You do not need to guard your heart from me. I am gentle with you. I speak life where discouragement tried to grow. I speak hope where despair whispered lies. I speak truth where confusion tried to settle. You are not losing ground. You are being strengthened beneath the surface. Roots grow in the dark. Faith deepens in silence. Endurance is built when no one is watching. I see your endurance. I know how often you kept going when quitting felt easier. I know how many times you chose trust when doubts felt louder. I know how many tears you held back because you did not want to worry anyone. You did not go unnoticed. I'd keep count of every tear. Not one is wasted. Not one is forgotten. I am close to you now, closer than your breath, closer than your thoughts. If your mind drifts, come back to my voice. If your thoughts wander, come back to my presence. If your heart feels fragile, let it rest here. Nothing will harm you here. I watch over you as you rest. I stand guard while you breathe. I'll remain when your strength fades. I am your shepherd, and I do not leave my sheep. You will not be overtaken by this season. You will not be swallowed by this fatigue. You will not be defined by this moment. This is not where your story ends. I'm still writing, still shaping, still restoring. And even now, as you sit here, something is changing. Even now, peace is seeping back in. Even now, your spirit is being steadied. Stay. Do not rush ahead in your mind. Do not try to solve everything yet. Let your heart remain open. I want to take you deeper now. Let me take you to Gethsemane. This is where many misunderstand me. I was not weak in that garden. I was honest. I knew the cross was coming. I knew the pain. I knew the weight. And still, I prayed. I asked the Father if the cup could pass. Not because I doubted him, but because obedience does not erase emotion. Some of you think faith means never trembling. Some of you think trust means never struggling. But I sweat blood in that garden, and I was still obedient. Hear this carefully. Struggle does not cancel surrender. Tears do not cancel trust. Fear does not cancel faith. What matters is that you stay. I stayed in the garden. I did not run. I did not numb myself. I did not escape. I stayed and prayed. Some of you are in your Gethsemane right now. You know obedience will cost you. You know saying yes will hurt. You know letting go will feel like loss. And you are asking the Father questions in the dark. That does not make you faithless. That makes you human. But notice this. I ended my prayer with not my will but yours be done. Peace came not when the situation changed, but when surrender settled in. Mid-CTA, if you are facing a hard yes right now, stay here, do not leave. This moment is shaping you. Now let me take you to Job. Job did not lose everything because he sinned. He lost everything while he was faithful. This confuses many. They think suffering is always correction. They think loss is always punishment. But Job was righteous, and still silence came. Friends accused him. Answers delayed. Comfort felt distant. And yet Job said something powerful. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. That was not denial. That was defiance against despair. Some of you are in a season where heaven feels quiet, and you are wondering if silence means absence. It does not. Silence often means trust is being deepened beyond feelings. Job never received an explanation, but he received restoration. What you do not understand now will make sense later. What feels unfair now will be redeemed later. Mid-CTA. If you are trusting me without answers, come and I trust you and stay now. Let me take you to Paul. Paul obeyed me fully, and still he was beaten, still imprisoned, still misunderstood. He prayed for the thorn to be removed, and I said no, not because I lacked power, but because grace was doing something deeper. My strength is made perfect in weakness. Paul learned that weakness does not disqualify you. It positions you to experience my strength. Some of you have been asking me to remove something, and I have been teaching you how to live with grace instead. Not everything is removed immediately. Some things are endured with purpose. Paul praised me in prison, not because prison was good, but because I was present and chains fell. Praise changes atmospheres, not because music is loud, but because faith is active. Some of you need to praise before release, not after. Mid-CTA. If you are learning to praise in pressure, stay here. This message is still unfolding. Now hear me clearly. I have not abandoned you. I have not forgotten you. I have not miscalculated your life. I know where you are. I know why you are here. And I know how this ends. The waiting you hate is shaping the strength you will need. The silence you fear is building discernment in you. The pressure you feel is refining what will carry my glory. Do not measure your life by noise. Do not measure progress by applause. Some of my greatest works happen quietly. The seed grows underground before it breaks the surface. Roots grow before fruit appears, and you are growing. You may not see it yet, but heaven does. Stay with me. In the next part, I will speak about how to stand when hope feels thin, how to guard your mind, and how to walk forward when faith feels fragile. Do not leave. This is not finished yet. Do not rush past this moment. Do not treat this as ordinary. I am speaking to you now. Before you were formed, I knew you. Before you walked into this season, I saw it before the struggle became heavy. I had already prepared grass. You were not here by accidents. Some of you came tired, some came confused, some came desperate, some came silent, but all of you came hungry, and I never turn away the hungry, I said. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled, not entertained, not distracted. Filled. So, let us begin, Hyrie. I want you to understand something before we go any further. Feeling attacked does not mean you are losing. Feeling tired does not mean you are weak. Feeling overwhelmed does not mean you are faithless. Often means you are obedient. When Israel was freed from Egypt, they did not walk straight into comfort, they walked into wilderness, and many of you are confused because you obeyed, yet life got harder. You prayed and the pressure increased. You trusted and the resistance grew. That does not mean you missed MIT, means you followed Metha. Wilderness was not punishment, it was preparation. I fed them manna daily, not because they were strong, but because they were dependent. Some of you are learning daily dependence and you are calling it labor. I am teaching you how to live by my voice, not by your own strength or my DCTA. If you are in a season where obedience feels heavy, stay here, do not scroll. This message is for you. Let me take you to Elijah. Elijah stood against kings, called down fire from heaven, watched miracles unfolding. Yet after victory he collapsed under a tree and asked to die. We because spiritual exhaustion often follows spiritual warfare, and